I've been doing good. Thank you so much for asking, man. I've been doing great. What is this thing? I'm just going to ignore that. I've been doing good. How are you? How you been doing? Congratulations on the 1,000 licenses sold. That's an amazing number, an amazing achievement. All right, let's let everybody know that we're live. Let the congregation begin. Oh, come on. Don't ask me again. And no. Yeah, I can imagine, man. I can imagine. I'm very happy for you. Very happy. Oh, international support? Nice. Oh, cool. People are gonna be really happy about that. I can bet. That is cool. Yeah, I was briefly in the Discord server the other day, and yeah, I can see that the people really want it there. I couldn't really.
Apollionado on Twitch said, "What are you doing now, brother?"
Hello, brother. Ooh, that was a good game. That is a good game. I'm playing Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Brother. I am working on a gas mileage tracking app for Laravel. My idea is that I will take that and also make a mobile app later. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Just a simple little project, another learning experience. This time I'm using Flux UI for the UI, by the way. And how are you doing, brother? I actually think that OAuth thing might actually be live for Android. Oh, really? Really? Well, if you do let us know on the Twitter arena. I'm interested to try that out. Oh no, you're on camera saying that you have it ready, so I'm sorry. That is binding. Yeah, if you do, let me know. You know what? I tried yesterday I was trying out something that I have in my head that maybe I can do on mobile. I went and try and use the Gemini API, and I used a picture of a fuel fill-up receipt, and using Laravel, I uploaded that to the Gemini API and extracted the price per gallon, the total cost, and basically all the date, all the information that was in the receipt from the picture as a JSON object. So maybe one feature of the app will be to not having to add the information at the gas station, but just take the receipt and take a picture of it and create a new fill-up entry later using your phone camera. It was a small test, but well, I used like 5 pictures, different angles, like different qualities. worked pretty well, to be honest. So yeah, I'm excited to give that a try. Maybe all the fill-ups will have pictures attached to them with the actual receipt. That'll be interesting to do, because that's one of the things that deterred me from using that kind of apps. Like, you kind of have to you have to do it like when you're at the gas station. You have to like memorize all the things. How much is the gas price? How much gas did I put in? What was the odometer at the point? Like, you have to do it there. You don't want to do that when you're in the moment. So the ability to do it later, maybe, although the odometer is like the one thing that you do have to memorize. But yeah, it'll be interesting to try that out. All right, let me switch to my Mac so we can start. Because there was another thing that I found out that I was right. At the end of the day, I was right, but I was looking at the wrong place. I'm talking about the model attributes, the accessors and the mutators, and the code that was generated by Gemini, which, by the way, only knows about the Laravel 8. Only know the cutoff of Gemini goes up to Laravel 8, so it doesn't know about 9, 11, and 12. I found that out. So code that you get from Laravel is all up to Laravel 8. Ugh. Yeah. All right. So I was briefly stuck last time with this subject, attributes. Like, how do you create an attribute that on a model class that is not part of the model data? And this code here was actually generated for me when I was generating the code on the Geminis. But I did remember that there was another way to do it, and that is the way that is documented. And it's like this, like using the attribute class, where you define an attribute and you get a getter, a setter function, and then within that function you can actually generate the data for that. I wasn't sure about the this, if I could access the this variable inside the getter and setter functions. Turns out you can. What was that? What was that? The camera did a thing. Version 9, actually. And the thing is, I was so confused that I couldn't find it on the documentation, and I didn't think about the version of the documentation. I was looking on version 12. Let me go to that section. Accessors and mutators. Not here, sorry. Accessors and mutators. So this is the documentation as it is right now. And I remember seeing this way of creating attributes, but I couldn't remember where. Turns out if you switch to version 8, that is how it was. That is how it used to be done. Like, that's how you define attributes prior to version 9. It still works and it's still supported, but starting at version 9, you define them with getters and setters and the attribute class.
The stream is now paused for ads.
So yeah, that turns out I was right on my thinking that it wasn't documentation. I was wrong in which version I was looking at. So yeah. And this is the version that was generated via AI. And then this is the version that I like, which is a lot cleaner in my opinion. All you do is get a getter session. You use this to reference the, I think this is the vehicle. Yeah, this is the vehicle class. You reach for the fuel entries with parentheses to create a query. You grab the latest one, which is basically the same as doing order by. Oh, by the way, there's one thing that I need to do and pass the odometer, because if you do latest, actually I'm gonna wait for the ads to finish to continue the explanation. 20 seconds. All right, go away. Welcome back from the ads. All right. So I was saying, these are the two ways, cursor please. These are the two ways where, cursor please. I'm just gonna put you in a corner for a moment. Give me just 5 minutes of peace, please. So this is one way where, this is one of the ways that you can use to generate attributes in a model. Up until version 8. Starting from version 9, it is recommended to use this version instead, where you use the attribute class. The both ways are still supported. If you do it like this, it still works. And these two attributes are basically doing the same thing, but I like this expression better. So I just grab, like I was saying, I just reach for the fuel entries relationship using parentheses to get a query, then do a latest. And from that latest, I get the first. Now, this latest here, it's doing an order by, but by default, it orders by the created at column. So I need to order by odometer instead. So if I do that, it's going to do exactly this. It's going to order by odometer in descending order. And on that, I do a first. That could give me a null. So I do a null save check on this side here before I reach for the odometer reading. Now, if the first method gave me null, then this will return, this whole thing will return null. So I do a null save comparison here. So if the left side gave me a null value, then I will use the initial odometer on the vehicle. If not, I will use the latest odometer reading on the fuel entries. And it's basically the same thing as it is doing up here. The only difference is the AI code is kind of mid, this one kind of better. So yeah, that allows me to just get rid of this whole thing. Before I continue, I'm going to create a GitHub for this. Start over from here and work on branches. All right. And from here on, what are we working on today? Let me go to the requirements document. Let's see, functional requirements. We have this part already set up. We are able to log in using workOS. User management is on workOS side. Vehicle management. And I believe we already have all the data, right? We'll see. As soon as we start working on requirements, we're gonna need some stuff. So authenticated users must be able to add one or more vehicle on their account. So we are working on adding vehicles today. Vehicle management. We're going to need a list of vehicles. Be able to edit the details of their existing vehicles and be able to delete a vehicle. And this should also remove all the vehicles' fuel entries on confirmation. Are you using filament? No, I'm using Livewire and just a start kit, no filament. Now, I do remember, I think I have a mock-up of how those pages are going to look like. Add fuel entry form. This was add vehicle form. And this is the dashboard. So just to remind us real quick, the dashboard what is this? Consta UI. Let me take a look at that. I haven't looked. I don't know what this is about. Oh. That looks good. I thought maybe I think I'm just gonna it's JS. Nice. I'm gonna try and work with Flux UI in this case. Try to get away with Flux UI components. But this is nice. I'm gonna keep it in mind. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is JS. It might be kind of not impossible, but yeah, if I were using Vue, for example, perfect. That'll be awesome. And I might do that with a future project. This actually looks amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna try and use Flux UI. I have a license. I don't use it. I wanna, dust it off. But thank you. I'll keep that in mind. So just to remind us real quick how the mockup looks like, I'm gonna grab all of this. So it's gotta look like this. I don't see a way of... I do have a drop down for my vehicles. Maybe it could look like this and then just have a link on a sidebar menu, on the sidebar menu to go to vehicle management, where we will have a list of all the vehicles and the options to modify them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. And also the vehicle form is very standard. It's just this. We're gonna have a make, model, year, a nickname, the initial odometer reading, fuel units, and distance units. Let's try and get this form knocked out, at least on the visual side. Create the liveware component, create all the input fields, and then start making the connections to at least create entries. And then from there, we'll go to the list of entries, and then edit, and then delete. You know what I want to try? I want to see how Jiminy can handle that whole thing. I'm trying out Cursor. It has been a rather positive experience so far. So what if we ask Cursor to create that component for me? How are we going to call this? Goonie? No, I haven't. What is Goonie? Please don't be a Ligma. Let me see. I have not. Let me look for it. Sounds interesting. If you have a link, but oh, there. Tuning the AI coding agent for JetBrains is now available on PHP Storm. Huh. Oh, Junie, not with G, but with a J, like. Junie JetBrains. And we are able to plug in our own models, right? At least that should be the idea, right? Made with Juni. They have a free 30-day AI Pro included. $100 and $200. Looks interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind if I make the jump to PHP Storm. I'm still on the fence a little bit. This is like, what is it, like $20 for a cursor? And it looks like, it looks like it's just VS Code on steroids, I think. I don't. I've been a VS Code user for, I don't even remember how long, to be honest. If you can get me a free year, I'll make the jump. Don't toy with me. I mean, I was thinking about getting a license already. Bet? Shit. Okay. Bet. I will even dedicate an entire live stream session just to rise my PHP Storm. Shane, have I told you? Have I told you? Have I told you? Thank you, man. You are amazing. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's just create a Livewire component to manage vehicles. Focus on the functionality only. I'll take care of the template myself. Make sure to use Livewire's form classes in the implementation. I'm just gonna give it this and see what happens. Jesus, take the wheel. Hands off. PHP Artisan make Livewire manage vehicles? How would you just call it vehicles? How do we feel about that name? I'll just call it vehicles. Like that. Manage vehicles? Ugh. Ugh. Let's call it vehicles. Yeah, run that. What is the name of what? I said vehicles. Alright, stop for a moment. The component name should be vehicles. We're not we're not starting on the right foot. Okay? Just giving you a fair warning. Do better. Oh, you didn't even use the command now? Okay. Okay. Told you not to touch the blade component, but all right. So this is the vehicle form, extends form with all the things, name, make, model, year, initial odometer. We have the rules. We have a set vehicle method. We have the store. I wouldn't, well, I guess, yeah, because the vehicles belong to the user. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how to feel about this though. I'm usually more verbose when it comes to creating stuff. I would probably use an array there. There's the update. Validate, well, update again. I don't like that. Reset, then the class vehicle, extends component with pagination. Vehicle form. Yeah. Show model. Why do you need a show model here? For the edit? I'm probably gonna use a different page. Round trips for UI updates. Yeah. Edit, save. You know what? No, I don't like this. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably just need a component for the list of vehicles. And one page, and another page for editing the vehicle, editing and saving. Or just one page for editing and creating. Use the same form in both cases. No, reject. Didn't like that. All right, I'm gonna do it myself. PHP artisan, send, make, livewire, vehicles. Okay. Can I make a form with a make? I don't remember. PHP artisan. No, I don't think I can do that. I mean, the form thing was fine, I guess. The form class was not that bad. I can probably use that.
Just underscore call underscore me underscore Shane on Twitch said it's make request, I think.
No, that'll create a an HTTP request class, and what I need is a form class, a Livewire form class, like this. If we go to Livewire forms, this is what I want. And the Gemini did create a useful class for that. I didn't see any problems with it, but I'm just going to create the file myself.
Just underscore call underscore me underscore Shane on Twitch said, oh.
Yeah. So if I go here and I go to Livewire vehicles, let's create a new file, call it vehicle form.php. Paste everything that I got here. So the class is called vehicle form, extends form. It's going to have a vehicle whenever I need to edit, and then all the fields for the form itself, all the rules, that's fine. We have a set vehicle, a store, update, validate. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 3 components, one for the list, one for edit, and one for edit and one for creating. And I'm going to create a separate, I'm going to say like a partial template with a form that I can just include in both the create and the edit components, because the form it's going to be exactly the same in both cases. I guess for now I'll just create the I'll just focus on the create form, and later on refactor it to reuse the form fields, but one step at a time. Although let me see something real quick. Hold on.
The stream is now paused for ads.
All right. Let's actually create let's make a mock-up of this first. So Livewire vehicles. Let's go to that file. What is this? What are you doing? I said reject. Thank you. Oh, is the view not there yet? I don't think it is. No, it is not. All right. Keep doing this. I don't want that. Would you stop doing that? I don't want that. What do I want here? Maybe a table? For now, let's just go with a header. Also, let's go for a route real quick to see it. Okay, okay. Didn't mind that. Yeah, like so. Oh, and also this is under middleware. Why are you squiggly? What is with the squiggly? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Not, what do you mean not found? Seems fine to me. Yeah. I don't know what you're complaining about. Okay, now I'm curious. One second. Feel like this is like an extension problem. So and it did throw an error when I first started. So I'm just gonna go and do this. Voila. Good old turn it off and on again. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we have a page. I am not putting anything here yet. I'm just gonna jump right into the form. And by the way, let's work on mobile. So make Livewire create vehicle. And there's a view right there. Why are you doing the MX container thing? Oh, okay. Sure. See, sometimes it does good things, but sometimes it's just dumb. Like that. Create vehicles create. That's what I wanted to do, yeah. What is this? Valid row action. If you could import the class, that'll be awesome as well. Okay, so it's looking a little too close together. Dude, come on. Oh, I probably need a read server. That'll be nice. Okay, now a little separation between the title and the rest. Okay, looking good. And I need, what was the other fields? Year, nickname, initial odometer. See, I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Anticipating to my needs. Color? No. You dumb little thing. I'm gonna let you do that, but I'm gonna change this. Change that word. This will be not Vin. What are you doing? Nickname, was it? This is optional. And yeah, change the rest of the things. Thank you. I will need a button, yeah. And just gonna copy all of this. Hey, void where, if you add a comment with the fields you need, it stops being dumb. Oh, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. I hate AI, but sometimes my brain is not working at all. Yeah, that happens to me a lot too. That's what I was dreading Monday, because by Saturday afternoon I had no idea what I wanted to make. And yeah, I just went to I went to Gemini, the web page, and I just started like having a little conversation, and that just unlocked my brain. And all of a sudden I thought, oh yeah, this will be a nice app. So give me the requirements, make some of the code for it. I knew I wasn't going to use all of the code, but at least I had something to reference and have an inspiration and everything. And on Sunday, everything just solidified. And yeah, and I knew, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is the next project. So yeah, sometimes your brain needs a little push. And I think AI is great on giving you that push. Not taking you all the way there, but at least giving you the first step. Oh, nice. Thank you. That was actually not bad at all. And it did the Flux select with options. Hold up, hold up. Is that okay? Hold up. Okay, that's, what is this? Trim argument number 1 must be type string array given. What? What? Are you talking about this? Yeah, that was a problem. I don't think a select is a good choice here, though. If you have less than 2 options, a radio input is better. I'll change that in a minute. That button is a little too close. Better. Imagine Flux but for Vue. Chatcdn. Chatcn. Don't have to imagine it. That's what happens when you choose the Vue.js starter kit. You get all the Chatcn components. people really have to pay for decent components, while Laravel just says take it little one. Yeah. If you don't want Flux and pay for the license, yeah, you can just use Vue and ChatCN and you have all the components available. That is an option too. I just jumped the gun and got the license because I really like Livewire. I even like it better than Vue.js. So yeah, to me it has great value. But it's at least we have a lot of options now. By the way, if I don't pay attention to your chats and you don't see me responding, you can use !say or !s in chat on both YouTube and Twitch. You can send TTS and I will immediately pay attention. All right, let's replace this two with radio buttons instead. And can I have them in line? Maybe. Oh, this is better. I like this. Let's use that.
Voidware on YouTube said test.
Test confirmed. And you almost killed me. I have to turn down the volume because that was... If I'm too locked in, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Hold on. Speakerbot, where are you? Speakerbot, there you are. How about -16? Yeah, that's better.
Tuto1902 on Twitch said volume test.
A little too loud still. Oh, that's not... Okay. Never mind. I have to do it in the volume settings instead. 1 second.
Tuto1902 on Twitch said volume test.
Less of a jump scare now. Okay. No, not... Okay. Fuel units is... miles per gallon. And this is... Do I really want it in 100 kilometers? Liters per 100 kil... I guess that's the standard, right? Yeah. I'll leave it like that. That looks cool. Let's make that miles per gallon to be selected by default. Can you do that? Wait, if it's okay. If it's wire model to fuel units, I need to set the value on the fuel units. Checked. You think that's... Yeah, that was one. Thank you. No, you're right. If I set it checked, it's just going to have the value is going to be set on the property whenever I reach for it. So, yeah, I think that accomplishes what I needed. And then the distance units. Oh, yeah. Thank you. All right, that's our form. Looks pretty good. It goes to wire click create. Let's go to the component, see if we can wire this up real quick. Except I'm using the form. No. Public. It was called vehicle form. Form. Included, yeah. I really don't need the mount. Or do I? I don't think I do. No, I don't. So we have the form. And then we have the validate.
The stream is now paused for ads.
All right, let's take a break. We're doing good time tonight. One sec. Whoop. Much better. It was getting cold. All right, answer over. So we have the create method here. Uses the forms store method and then redirects to vehicles index. check the vehicle form real quick on the store method. We validate, reach for the logged in user and its vehicles, create a new one. I don't know how I feel about this, but I will leave it for now. I guess it's fine. They're doing it in the documentation for a liveware. So if Caleb thinks it's fine, I have no complaints. So this reset, I will take all the values of the form, which is perfect. Okay. I haven't even run the migrations. Aha, I think it's good that I checked. PHP artisan, oh, PHP artisan, migrate. All right. We have no vehicles. Let's create a new one. Miles per gallon, miles, and create. Ooh, unable to call component method. Create, not found on component. Really? Really? What do you mean? It's right there. Oh, you dumbass. I was working on the wrong component. Oh, it didn't. Oh, wait. What was that? What was that? It's not set again. It's not set. Why is it not checked? What happened? Is it because now it's actually make, model, name, vehicle, year? I don't see any distance units here. Why? Wait. Yeah, you missed a couple of fields. I think the checked here is not going to work. Okay, let's try this. Instead of, oh, okay, that's what I was going to do. Add a value like this. In that case, we don't need the checked. And let's turn this into this. Now let's go back to the vehicle form. Make this like that. And this like that. And you're still not gonna work? Come on, dude. Why? Hmm. Hmm. So there is a checked. Oh my god, it was working. One sec. How's it on the way? Shouldn't you just set the form fuel units to MPG? Yeah, that's what I was doing. Look. This is the vehicle form. I have a public string fuel units set to MPG. But how does Liveware know to use MPG? It's just a label. By the value, I was...
Just underscore call underscore me underscore Shane on Twitch said MPG.
Yeah, MPG is the label. So the label is MPG, but I added the value. And the value is what is wired to the public property in the form fuel units. At least that is how I assumed. So value associated with the radio button when used in a group. So by setting it to MPG with M lowercase m, then that's what's supposed to be associated with the form field. But it's kind of doing it and it's not. I can see it flashing and then it goes away. Although, what is this? Is this old or no? What am I getting at 500 on the update? What? What is this? Why are you giving me a 500 all of a sudden? Ugh. I don't like this. Why are you not working? Why are you not refreshing? The form is not connecting. It's not wiring. Just echo someplace the fuel units. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. rename, create to submit. That doesn't make sense though. Why would that be the thing? Okay. No, that's not gonna work. You do have a point. Instead of using a wire click, I should have a form. Ooh, but that just screwed up my classes. All right. Still doesn't like that I access the form. Interesting. That is exactly the way that documentation proposes to do it. right? Post form, extends form. Extends form. And if I go to create vehicle, vehicle form, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I probably have to do that, but why doesn't the documentation tell me to do that? And by the way, that is for when you're editing a record, not when you're creating one. Right now I'm in the create form, not the edit one. I don't like when the document, I'm doing exactly what the documentation says I should be doing, and it still fails. I hate that. I hate that so much. That's not what I should be doing. But let's see what would that do? Yes, it fails there because, again, cannot assign property name to no. Form is no. Why is form no? Are you just copy and pasting lines from the docs? Again, that line that you're posting there is for when editing a record. when you're editing a post. Yeah, it's not is that we are not in that context right now. We're not editing a record, we're creating one. In the documentation pages, you see how we have a class that extends form with a store method. And within the other component, and within the component, we just declare a public form variable with that same type, and we just use it. And that's exactly what I have here. In create vehicle, I have a public create a public vehicle form. Ignore this, and then in the create method, I just use the store, which creates a new record. I'm not having to instance this, but the problem is that LiveWire tells me, hey, you cannot use, let me just delete this for a moment. You cannot use the form thing because it has not been initialized. Nowhere in the documentation it's telling me that you have to initialize the form property anywhere before using it. Why are you looking for app forms?
Just underscore call underscore me underscore Shane on Twitch said, when do you call create?
Is that it's the, oh my god, it's it was cursor's fault. Look at that import. That is not the namespace for that class. the namespace for vehicle form, it's on app livewire. And cursor in its wisdom says, oh yeah, there should be in a forms folder. Junie for the win? I probably have to. Yeah, I'm gonna see how Junie saves the day. So please, app livewire vehicle form. Thank you. And get rid of the mount. Oopa. And there it is, it's checked. Oh, cursor, cursor, cursor. We are not going to get along. We are not. You just took like 20 minutes out of my life because you imported the wrong namespace. I guess that's on me too.
The stream is now paused for ads.
Yeah. That's on me too. I should have seen it. Yeah, here's the thing though. Go ahead. Say it. Yeah. Also, if it was me, if I had done the import myself, no problem. I let cursor do the import. That was the thing. And I assumed that I was correct. Didn't even think about it twice. Because if you go back and check, I just tapped. I tapped twice to go to the line, do the import, never looked at it again. I usually do those myself, or let VS Code do them, not cursor. So it was on me for not doing it myself, A, and B for not double checking. And also for not using PHP Storm. I guess that might be the root of the problem. Yeah. All right, let's just check the other one too. There you go. All right, let's try and create one. Technically fine, didn't redirect though. Were there validation errors, I'm guessing? Yeah. The name field is required. Name? What name? Name? Is make, model, year. Nickname. Dude. And I'm not validating the other fields. Also, I need to show the errors. Also, nickname is optional. Also, the model doesn't have healables. So many things. Okay. At least it's trying to do it now, which is good. So what I want to do is just focus on getting something into the database with the form, and then polish the form later with error messages and yeah, everything else. Nickname is not required. I'm gonna remove it from there. Let's go to the vehicle model. Let's add all the fillables. Thank you. Fillable nickname, make, model, year, initial odometer, fuel units, and distance units. Yeah, that's fine. Let's try this again. It was not in the database. Awesome. Let's try that again. No, it asks me to log in. Did it create the record though? It did not. Once again. I think this is it. This should be it. No, it's not. Are you kidding me? God damn it. It's okay. It's okay. We're close. Really, really close. Missing the foreign key as well. Well, that's too much. And create. All right, that did it. Took us a moment, but that did it. All right. We have a record. Yay. And right at the 2-hour mark. That's good. So, a lot of things that need to be fixed. I need to have the error messages shown in the form. I think I'm gonna go and double check the migrations again because of all of the errors that we just faced. I don't have to go through that again. Also, I'm gonna have to add fillables to pretty much all the models that I want to modify. Few fill-ups is the one. Few entries is the one that comes to mind. But at least we have a form. I think I'm gonna polish the form next session, Friday. I'm gonna polish that form, make sure everything works fine, and then we're gonna work on the list. After polish the form, fix the models, check the migrations, and then work on the vehicle lists, where we can show all of the vehicles, and from there we're gonna go to edit and delete. So yeah, making progress, slowly but surely. And we're gonna cut here on the programming section and continue on Friday. If you're on YouTube, this is going to be the end of the video for you, so I don't... And if you want to stick around for the gaming part, head over to Twitch and we can hang out a little bit more. So, for everyone on YouTube, thank you so much. See you on Friday.